Hey everybody, it's Tim Sackett, and you are live with HQ4HR number 5, and we'll see if this goes. This little test that we had going on, we like it. It's a lot of fun. Want to thank, obviously, the people at Paycor and check out their HR Center for Excellence, and we love Paycor because they're the ones that helped come up with this concept and allowed us to do this. Also, obviously, Fistful of Talent for giving us the platform to come out and do this, and Sherm. And then I know Sherm is like 3 weeks away from today, and one of our participants is going. I'm going. I'll be there. Check me out on Monday. I think I'm before noon. I'm sure I got some tiny room in the back. They'll throw me in. I appreciate that. So thanks for Sherm for helping us with the questions. So I'm going to introduce our 2 participants today. We had 3. One magically didn't show up. That's just kind of how it works because we're all real HR pros trying to do a job. And so I'll start with Karen. Karen, you're upper, in my view, upper left. So go ahead and kind of introduce yourself, where you're from, who you work for, how do I buy that boat behind you, all that good stuff.
Yeah. My name's Karen Bloom. I'm an HR director at Ferretti Yachts, so over here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It's not so sunny today, but most of the time it's pretty nice out here.
So Ferretti Yachts, what's the employee discount plan?
Oh, I still can't even come close. I can maybe buy like a screw.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Nicole, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Nicole Roberts, coming from Springboro, Ohio, from my home. That's my cat, Scarlett. I am a director of HR for Compassion First Pet Hospitals. So I feel like you can't work for a group of veterinary hospitals and not have a cat at your side and a dog at your feet. And yeah, really excited to be here. I've been participating every week.
All right, and you guys got your answer cards ready, 1, 2, and 3.
I'm ready.
So you know how this works. I'll tell everybody I'm coming live because we're like literally, I'm at the epicenter of the sun right now in Lansing, Michigan, where it's been like 90 degrees for 4 straight for days. So for those who don't buy into global warming, I can tell you for sure it is because I'm like sitting here sweating in my office. So we're going to go today. We always do like pop culture questions. And so we kind of went with a little, I would say TV/movie questions. I know the participants last week, we were making fun of the boy band questions. What's the dog's name, Nicole?
This is Maximus.
Maximus.
Yep.
Thankfully, I didn't have any question that I used that. So we're going to go. We'll get started right away. We'll launch the first question, which is Michael J. Fox played the character Alex Keaton in Family Ties. What was Alex's middle initial? J, T, or P? Michael J. Fox, who's presented, I think, twice at Sherm. So the answers are up where we have 333. This is going to be a good one. So I think, again, there it is. We'll share the results. 89% at Alex P. Keaton. For those who didn't know, that definitely was one that I think for pretty much everybody got for that one. We're going to keep going right along. You know how it goes. It goes easy questions to hard questions. If you played, this is your first time. And then Angie is saying she loved that show. Did you guys watch Family Ties?
Oh, yeah.
I watched the originals. I didn't watch probably what, Karen, you probably watched them like in streaming, because
yeah, I wish.
I didn't. Sorry about that. Donna raised her hand. Donna, I don't know if you're raising your hand. I can't do anything about it. We're gonna go right into question number 2. Which factor has the greatest impact on maintaining peak performance, challenging assignments, money, or puppies? Because puppies would definitely make sure I had the greatest impact on maintaining peak performance. We'll go right there. Okay, you guys, what's the answer? Number one, you guys are all very intelligent across the board. We had one that said money. So I actually kind of identify with that. That would maintain my peak performance. Otherwise, 96% of you say challenging assignments. That one's an easy one. We're not losing anybody yet. Still a 1-point question. The next one we have is what positive outcome will result from coaching high potential employees which outcome will result from coaching a high potential employee? Employees will be less engaged with their current jobs. Employees are more likely to leave the organizations. Or employees will contribute more effectively to the organization. And your answers are play at home participants. 333, 100% across the board. You guys are getting all the easy ones right now. 96%. Employees will contribute more effectively to the organization. That's why we love coaching them. That's what the hope is, right? All right, question number 4. We'll get right into it. What question does the employee value proposition, the EVP, answer? What would a talented person want to work in this organization? To what extent are people actively engaged in their work? Or what are the negative aspects to working for this organization? What question does the employment value proposition answer? A lot of good answers there, potentially. Thanks for Sherm for allowing and putting this question together. Sherm actually gives me 4, and I got to drop out one, so I usually drop out the one I think is the easiest. And so we're going to go, what are you guys' questions at home? Number one, you guys are correct 100% across the board. This one threw a little people because we got 77%. 18% of you thought, to what extent people are actively engaged in their work. That could be a part of the EV prop, but overall it is an answer to that question. And now we're on to question number 5, which is the next pop culture question and the first of our 2-point questions. And that is, do you guys watch the TV show Scandal? What's the name of the president in the TV show Scandal? Garrett Walker, Fitzgerald Grant, or Turner Truman? True story, I used to have a guy working for me. His name was Turner Wilcox. I called him the man with 2 last names. Garrett Walker, Fitzgerald Grant, Turner Truman. What's the president on the TV show Scandal? Olivia Pope was in love with this guy. They had a love-hate relationship through most of it. Are you guys ready? What your answers are? Number 1, number 2. It is number 2, Fitzgerald Grant. Karen doesn't watch Scandal.
No.
He does watch Family Ties. 74% of you got Fitzgerald Grant. And they're keep going, like there's comments coming. Angie goes, I love that show too. So do I, Angie. That's why I put the question on. Question number 6, going right into it. A scientist is hired to perform research at a pharmaceutical company. Which of the following is most critical to include in the employment contract? Protections for trade secrets and confidential information, benefits provided by company and data eligibility, non-compete requirements. Which of the following is the most critical to include in an employment contract? A scientist is hired to perform research at a pharmaceutical company. And the answers are in. And our play-at-home participants are number one, you guys are 100% correct. Protections for trade secrets and confidentiality. Again, you potentially are going to have non-complete requirements in that as well. But overall, it's actually which is the most critical in protected trade secrets first and foremost. Because you have so many states that the non-compete requirements won't even matter because you can't have them. All right, question number 7. 2 more questions on the 2-point questions. Eventually, we're going to get a hard one, and it's going to knock you guys out. That's not a pop culture question. This question is number 7. Management decides that training supervisors to identify and prevent bullying is not necessary, and they do not want to fund the program budget. What does this illustrate? Risk avoidance management strategy, organization's risk tolerance, or poor governance? Risk avoidance management strategy, organization's risk tolerance, or poor governance. This one is going to be a knockout question for half of you. One of those big ones. People are struggling to come up with what it is. Come on, get those answers in. Get some people waiting. They're having a hard time. They're Googling. Okay, we're going to go. Aaron, Nicole, before they can Google it. Number 3, number 2. It's actually number 2, an organization's risk tolerance. They say, hey, you know what? We don't care that our people are bullying, and so we're willing to take on that risk. Somebody just asked, what is governance? Exactly. That's the easy term. Our last of the 2-point questions is poll number question number 8. And we'll get launched right now. Which of the following activities would be most useful in an organization intervention to reshape culture? Observing job performance, identifying recognized heroes, or benchmarking competitors? Which of the following activities is most useful in organizational intervention to reshape culture? Because we love to reshape our culture every time something goes wrong. And I know who has the best culture of all of us right now. It's Nicole working at home with a cat. It's not me sitting in an office that's 5,000 degrees and the HVAC guy won't come till tomorrow. Okay, here we go. And the answer's at home. Number 3, number 2, and it is number 2. Identifying recognized heroes will help us understand what we want more of in terms of the culture that we are sharing. And so 52%, another really difficult one. And we are up to poll question number 9, the last of our pop culture questions. This one comes directly from Breaking Bad. What was Walter White's alias in the TV show series Breaking Bad? Was it Saul, Heisenberg, or Kaiser Sose? Saul wasn't Breaking Bad. Kaiser Sose wasn't necessarily from. Are you guys ready? Give us the answer. Number 2. No. Nicole's like, I have no idea.
I don't know. I didn't watch that show.
It is not. Heisenberg was what they called Walter White. Saul actually was Walter White's lawyer in Breaking Bad. Kaiser Sose was from Usual Suspects.
Yes.
And so another great movie if you have a second now and out. So that was the first of 3-point questions. We have 3 left, and I know it's pretty tight. So these questions are probably, these 9 points are critical. We're going to go with question number 10 right now. Launch the question. What benefit is served by analyzing an organization's value chain? The identification of functions that do not contribute to revenue, the development of key performance indicators and objectives, KPIs, appreciation of relationship between contributors to value. What benefit is served by analyzing an organization's value chain? Identifications of functions, development of KPIs, appreciation of relationship between contributors to that value chain. I got cut off on that. We only have a limited number of things that we can put in there. Appreciation of relationships between contributors to value, development of KPIs, identification of functions. This is a hard one. I think this is everyone's split kind of a third, a third, a third. Answers are coming in hot and heavy. All right, Nicole, Karen, what do you guys have? Let them know. Number one, sorry, you're both wrong. It's number 3, appreciation of the relationships between the contributors to that value chain. So we need to analyze that and understand. That's a tough one because we don't deal with that crap normally in HR, right? I know I didn't. So I didn't know that question answer until Sherm gave it to me. Thanks for Sherm for that. Poll number question number 11, 3 more points. Which of the following activities is most likely to protect sensitive corporate data? Allowing data transfer to mobile devices, backing up data offsite, encrypting employee computers and network communications. Which of the following activities is most likely to protect sensitive corporate data? I know for me, it's about changing my password 14 times a month because my IT people drive me completely insane with password protection. You guys have that? By the way, what's your password? You want to share that with everybody right now online? I hope it's not like your dog's name, your birthday, password. All right, everybody's kind of coming in. What's you guys' answers? Number three, this wasn't a hard one. Turns out HR people know encrypting employee computers and network communications, 96%. Obviously, IT has done their work in scaring the hell out of us so that we know what that is. So last poll question, number 12, 3 more possible points that we have to get before we do. Thank you to Paycor for allowing us to do HQ4HR. FOT, again, thank you for them. And Sherm, thanks for these questions that we're all getting wrong. We're going to launch the last one. This one for me, I didn't know the answer. It was a difficult one. What is a benefit corporation or B Corp? International certification of corporate sustainability achievement, a third-party participant in an organization's value chain, or special compensation classification for nonprofit organizations. I'm guessing that this is something in HR that some people will know, others have no idea. I'd never even heard of what a benefit corporation is or a B Corp, which And I have had my SBHR for 20 plus years and in my SHRM certification since the day it came out in terms of my SCP. And so this is a hard one. You need to give it a little bit more so people can Google and cheat. Not that they would do that. We're HR people. That would never happen. All right, guys. What's the last one? What do you have? Number 3. Number 3. And the answer is number 1. Only 27% of the people got an international certification for corporate sustainability achievement. I really want to see comments on that. Who the heck knew what a benefits corporation was or B Corp? And there's Angie going, yep, B Corps are developed to support, because she just like Googled it. Come on, Angie, you didn't really. All right, we're going to bring Jen back in, and she's going to tell us who our winner was for week 5. Jen, how's it going?
Hey, going pretty good. So this one was a pretty close one across the board. Let's see, Nicole went ahead in round 2, but Karen came back with those 3-point questions. But Nicole still pulled ahead and won this round. So congratulations.
There's a great prize pack coming to you, Nicole, from Paycor and FOT. I bet you can't even wait to see what kind of logoed merchandise you'll be getting. I want to thank Nicole. I want to thank Karen. Jen, obviously thanking you for helping us with all of this. And everybody, if you liked HQ4HR, let us know. Obviously, let Paycor know. And I want to thank everybody for participating. We are out. See you next time.
Bye.